Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today, I always say today, it's for the week. We're doing a reading vlog. We're going to be reading Christmassy books for the week, just to get into the mood for Christmas, hence why the Christmas jumper, obviously. So, last year I read a few Christmassy books. I kind of spaced them out a bit. I read the two Tessa Bailey books, Deck the Hall, no, is it Deck the Halls? Oh no, Wreck the Halls and Window Shopping. I read, I kind of read, I didn't space them out. I literally, the whole last page is the Christmassy ones. So yeah, I read Window Shopping, Wreck the Halls, Love Like Farms, which I loved, and then obviously I've continued and finished the series this year. And Big Nick Energy, I really liked that one. That was a 4.5. I've rated Wreck the Halls a 4. It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't. But anyway, yeah, so this year I do have quite a few that I want to read. There was a couple I didn't get around to last year, but the first book I'm going to read in this video is brand new and it's The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling, because this is the final book in the Ex-Hex series. I don't know if it's got an actual series name. Nope, doesn't seem to. Yeah, obviously last year I read the Ex-Hex and the Kiss Case during Halloween, but this one is set at Christmas, and this is following the third and final brother, Bowen, who lives in Wales still, and he is basically a mountain man. He's a loner. And Tamsin Bly, I don't know who she is. She might be new. She might be someone we've seen before. I haven't read the other two books since last year. So yeah, this one is set at a wedding during Christmas in Wales. Yeah, I figured this must be a Christmassy read instead of a Halloween read like the other two. So yeah, I've been dying for this book to come out because I love the other two books so much. So this is going to be the first book we're starting off with in today's video. Okay, I'm just a little under 50 pages through this book because the next chapter is page 58. My friend's texting me. So, she's got her Christmas night out tonight. And I did her nails this morning and she was saying she's had to get a set of fake toenails because one of her toenails came off and it's kind of started growing back, so she sent me a photo of what she's done. I'll look at that in a minute. Anyway, I would have just painted a pretend toenail on my toeless toe, but I digress. Anyway, for this book being under 300 pages and that I'm 48 pages through this book, we have not had any mention yet of a wedding or anything to do with the back synopsis. It sounds really fun. I mean, not like, we haven't got much time left, guys. I mean, like, we do. We have like the whole book left. That's the only update I have right now. I haven't got a lot of thoughts because what I was expecting from this book is not happening yet. I imagine we're gonna get to it in the next 20 pages. Just based off of the last chapter. I could be wrong. It could be longer. It could be not until after page 100, which, to be honest, I feel like that might be the case now. Anyway, there is like a background plot of what Bowen's been up to the last 10 years and why he's been like a mountain man. That obviously we didn't know from the first 2 books, and we still don't know. It's just we're starting to get information about it. I don't know. That could be interesting. Anyway, yeah, I read 48 pages and, well, 47 pages and fell asleep, I won't lie, but I was slightly hungover this morning, and it's been so dark and gloomy and there's been a storm all day that I kind of woke up, and by 11 o'clock I was like, I feel like I'm ready for bed. Did my friend's nails, felt fully like I was ready to go to bed. It was just really dark. I don't know what was going on. And I felt fine. I had, you know, a big glass of water, some paracetamol, a shower, and I felt perfectly fine again. I wasn't that hungover. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna attempt to read the rest of this book tonight. We'll see if that happens. I'm about halfway through chapter 12, pretty much exactly halfway. I've technically been reading for a little over 2 hours, but it's like 9:20. So I probably have about 2 hours left of reading. So I'm gonna have to try and stay awake, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling to stay awake when reading at this time of night, like lately. Yes, we have. It didn't actually take us too long to get to the wedding part of The Wedding Witch. Yeah, I don't know much to say aside from it's fun. It feels both Christmassy and Halloweeny. I don't know how to explain how. It just does. And it's just fun. It's cute. It would be insta-lovely if you didn't have the prologue of them like knowing each other for about a year before what actually happens in this story happens. So it's insta-love without actually being insta-love, if you get my drift. Anyway, I am gonna try and just speed read through the rest of this and then go to bed. Okay, that book took me about 3 hours and 50 minutes to read. I don't know why I wanted to do a stopwatch to figure out how long it took me to read this. I just did. I find it interesting to know. I probably could have just sat down straight after lunch this afternoon and just read it flat out if I didn't fall asleep, but I could have finished it before my tea. It was fun. It was cute. I'm probably going to rate it a 3.5. I think I did prefer the other two. I don't know why. I just did. But this was still, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't know what to say about it. It was just kind of like a cute little Christmassy themed witchy rom-com. And it just fit that vibe that we wanted. So I feel like it did feel more Halloweeny than Christmassy though, even though it was set at Christmas. I think it's just the way she writes it. It just, I don't know. But I mean, this is a really good series. I do recommend the whole series. Obviously book one's the Ex-Hex. You see the other characters from the first two books in this book a little bit. Tomorrow we will pick the next book for this video. I'm filming a quick clip because I'm kind of in the middle of filming a finishing series video, and technically this is finishing the series before the year's out. I just always forgot to write this one down. That's in the series finished before the end of the year, and it's finished. I'm fairly sure it was only going to be the 3. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm fairly sure it was only going to be 3. But the other exciting thing, that was my 120th book for the year, and my reading goal that I set on Goodreads was 120 books, because last year I read 100, and I thought, well, let's go further this year, and I put 120, and I've hit it already. Last year I only just hit 100, like at the very end of the month. So I think it was maybe, oh yeah, it was literally like the last day of the month I got my last book in. So that is very exciting that I've read 120 books so far this year. And I think I'm going to try and aim for 130. We'll see. That's 10 more books I've got to read this month, and it's the 7th already. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow when I pick the next book I'm going to read. Okay, so it's the next day. It's about 2:30. I've not done any reading yet today, to be honest. I may have accidentally stayed up until 3 a.m. last night on TikTok. So I've had a very slow, late morning. So I've just eaten, I've done some like reading journal stuff, and I'm gonna now finally go on to the next book of this video. So I am thinking I really want to read How My Neighbour Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. I have it on Kindle. So let's cue that up. I think this is gonna be a really fun book. The only Megan Quinn books I've read is the Kane Brothers series. You can see them right there. So that's like the Not So Cute, So Not Meant to Be, and A Long Time Coming, and I really like those books. So I feel like I'm gonna enjoy this. A lot of people have said it's very funny and very spicy. So let's see. How long is it as well, actually? 466 pages. So it's quite a decent length. So obviously today my goal is not to get through the whole of the book today. Like yesterday's goal was to get through the whole of The Wedding Witch. We're just gonna get through as much as we can, as much as I feel like reading. Yeah, I've actually just watched a video of someone doing their reading wrap up, and they read it last month. And I did not know a thing about this video. No, I did not know a thing about this book until I watched the video. And I think it's set in a town where they celebrate Christmas all year round. So anyway, let's get into it. Let's read How My Neighbour Stole Christmas. Okay, so where am I at? Page 137. I'm on chapter 11. I'm about just under 30% of the way through. I'm on 29%. And I am not connected to the characters in the slightest. In fact, I like Cole. He's a good MMC, and he just seems like the kind of human being you can get on with. He might be grumpy, he might be quiet, that's fine. I can work with that. Story is insufferable. So is her sister, and so is her auntie. Well, great auntie, whatever. I don't like them. Like, I'm not gonna do like any like big spoilers or anything. Just like for a hint of why she's annoying and insufferable, she thought it would be funny to pretend she forgot his name. It wasn't. Because you see it from his point of view, and she acts like he's crazy. And I'm like, okay, that just wasn't funny. That wasn't a bit. And then she's being really like, listen, I also wouldn't want to go and give sponge baths to an elderly relative, okay? But if it was a family member that meant as much to me as this woman is meant to me to her, I wouldn't be complaining about it, and not to her face especially. But I wouldn't be like being immature about it like she is. And then, I mean, fair enough, our sister's in this, okay? So yeah, maybe she should be doing that. But then why is she there in the first place? There's no reason. But there was one thing that's annoying me more. And I'm surprised this hasn't come up in Cole's point of view as like a thing he's hating. And that's, I'm not gonna go into it. If you've read the book, you'll understand what I mean. But the lengths that they're going to win these competitions, I don't like. It's something I would never do, purely because what if like karma comes around, like you manifest it, like why would you risk that? Do you know what I mean? And considering his history, I'm surprised he's not annoyed about it from that standpoint, because it's insensitive. So it's funny, don't get me wrong, there's a couple cringe moments, but I don't like Story in the slightest. I hate being in her point of view. But I like Cole. She just seems like a dickhead. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I am going to try and read more, but like, it's not what I was expecting in the slightest. It's just, you know what, actually? She reminds me a little bit, because I hated the FMC in So Not Meant to Be. Because again, she was just insufferable and mean, and I don't know. She kind of reminds me of that in FMC. Not even, because she's not even mean. This woman's not mean. She's just immature in a similar way. So anyway, I'll let you know when I have more thoughts. I didn't read a whole lot yesterday because I just was kind of sat on my phone and I just felt really tired, and today I feel really tired. It's 7 o'clock, I've not even started putting my tea on yet. I've come home from work and just had to like lie down. I feel better for lying down, so I'm gonna go do my tea now. It is Tuesday, it's about 5 to 4. I've been doing reading journal stuff all morning, and I've just started editing a video. I've done a bit reading this afternoon. I'm now 61% in on chapter 21. And we have finally had some like relationship development. The relationship between them now has changed. Thank God, because genuinely she was insufferable because of it. She seems a lot better now that they've had this change, but it's only recently happened, so I don't know how. Let's just say the candy cane scene must be in the next chapter or two. The one that everyone keeps hearing about on TikTok with the audio. Because that's about where we're up to. So that's going to be interesting, to say the least. I might not get this finished today. I'm not going to force it. If I don't, I'm going to try to, but I also have a whole video to edit and get uploaded for tomorrow, because it needs to be uploaded for like 5 o'clock and I wait till 5:30. So, I mean, worst comes to worst, if it's not finished, I'll just upload it for Thursday instead. That's fine. But ideally, I would like to have the video edited and uploaded for tomorrow and have this finished. I also have to have a shower. So it's just going to be a busy night. How much is left in this? Because I've got like 6 hours to like go to bed. I've got 3 hours left of the book, just under. It might be doable. We will see. So that is my update. Story is more palatable as a character now, and there's been some progression, but obviously I'm not going to say what, because I don't want to spoil. So I'm enjoying it more at the minute. I think I just really struggled to connect with the characters at the beginning, and now I'm feeling a bit more, so that's good. Okay, it's like 12 a.m. I fell asleep twice while reading this. I should have finished reading this over an hour ago. I finished. I'm gonna rate it a 3 stars, purely for how much I hate Taryn. It was like, well, I didn't like Story at first, then she was fine. She chilled out. But Taryn, oh my God, she's so annoying. She wasn't even participating in the competition and she was just overbearing. And in the ending, no. I'm gonna rate it 3 stars. It's being dragged down because of Taryn's character, what Taryn did, and just the ending in general. But Cole, I loved Cole. But also, how did she not get a yeast infection from that one scene? Anyway, I'm gonna wrap. I'll talk about this properly tomorrow when I'm not dying quite as much as I am right now. Okay, it's the next morning. It's like 10 to 7. I need to get ready for work in literally 10 minutes. Because now I work full-time on a Thursday. Well, now I work full-time because cost of living. I was only just under full-time hours before, but I have a 12-hour day ahead of me and I've had less than 6 hours sleep and I'm dying. Anyway, How My Neighbour Stole Christmas. Yeah, I think I'm giving it 3 stars. It feels a little bit generous, but there was a bit in the middle there that I did really enjoy and I really liked Cole. But I found story ridiculously insufferable at the beginning. Taryn was insufferable the whole way through. Like, I don't understand. Like, yes, she's helping out with the competition, but she's not the one actually doing it. And in fact, she's forcing her sister to do it, even though there's multiple parts of it where she feels uncomfortable based on previous experiences. And she was just, I don't know. I think she wasn't a good sister. Just wasn't a good person. And she was just really annoying. And then the whole thing that happened at the end, I was like, are you serious right now? And then the reveal of something else that happens at the end, I was like, okay, well now I know where these girls are getting their insufferability from, because apparently their whole family is. And I felt so bad for Cole. I liked his character. I really liked him. He had so much growth. He had a lot of depth and he just seemed like such a nice man who'd been through some horrible things on his own and just didn't know how to deal with those things. It was also, I've rated it a 2.5 chili pepper because there wasn't loads of spice. The spice that was there was, well, one scene in particular, personally I don't agree with on a physical level, but it was quite lusty. Once the spice happened, it was quite lusty. Especially, so like at the beginning of every chapter there was like poems, like as if someone's reading the Grinch story. Like that's how it's out. That's how I can explain it. In that, those got weirdly lusty. I don't know. There was a couple of moments where Cole has interactions with the narrator as well. Don't know how I feel about them. So, out of sheer Christmassiness, I mean, this is basically the Grinch. If the Grinch was hot. Yeah, for sheer Christmassiness and the fact that there was some things I enjoyed, I have given it a 3 stars. I do not think I would give it any more than that. And those are my thoughts. So, yeah. Anyway, the next book we're going to read is currently holding my phone up. So I will come to you later tonight when I start reading that. We're going to be reading A Merry Little Meet Cute by Sierra Simone and Julie Murphy. I've got the second one underneath it. I could have looked at that. So speaking of horny, this one is probably going to be very horny. So yeah, I'll see you later when I start reading that book anyway. I love how I've had this like cyst that's basically gone, but it's now caused just discoloration. And that's going to be there for months. I actually have that cyst is flat. It's been healed for months, but the redness won't go away. So that's going to happen to this one as well. Love that for me. Anyway, it's Thursday night. I've had a long day at work. It was actually Christmas jumper day today as well. So I got to actually be warm at work for the one and only day that I'll be warm for the full day at work this winter. Anyway, tonight it's like 10 to 9. I've had my tea. I've done my reading journal has run out as of this morning when I finished How My Neighbour Stole Christmas. So I have nothing. Obviously I'd taken 2 pages out for other things that I had to cut up. So basically I just have 4 bits of plain paper. So I thought myself, right, what I'll do is I'll staple like here. I can't find my stapler. I had a stapler and I don't know where it is. And then I was going to glue the back. But because I can't staple it, I might just let it kind of hang in there. I don't know. You didn't like need to know that. I just thought I would let you know. So that's what I'll be doing. Yeah, so I'm going to read this before bed. This is so floppy. It's making me very happy. Look at that. Oh. This is just going to be such a comfortable read. You know? And it's like, it feels light. Even though it's like nearly 400 pages. This is over 400 pages. Do you know what it is as well? I've got my Christmas night out tomorrow. Like, I have to get up at 6 a.m. for work. Do a full day's work. Come home, get ready, go out for 8 o'clock, We're going to see this show, this drag show. It doesn't start till 9. That's so late. And then it doesn't finish till 12:30. How am I meant to do that? Anyway, that's completely by the by. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to get read, but it needs to be finished by Sunday. So I can get this video up, because this video is going up on Sunday. Anyway, the writing's quite big. I think I'll like get through it fairly quickly if I enjoy it like this. If I don't enjoy this, oh, that's gonna suck if I don't enjoy this. Anyway, since this is a Christmassy video, I thought I would show you my outfit for my Christmas night out. So I've got red trousers on, black sheer blouse, and just jewellery. And I'm gonna wear black heel boots and a black wool coat. Yeah. You can't even properly see me. I'm like in a rush. I'm pretty sure my dad's here to take me. Anyway, let's go. Okay, I look a lot more worse for wear and sound a lot more worse for wear than I am. Completely sober again. I have had a couple drinks, but sober. Like, I'm putting this just in the middle of my Christmassy vlog, just randomly, but it's a Christmas night out. Like, you have to. We went to see a drag show, and it was really good, actually. But not, like, for the show itself. Like, the show was good, but it was just the vibes. And so one of my current song obsessions is Aperture by Bruno Mars and Rosé from Blackpink. And so there was kind of like, there was the drag queen on doing a song or two, and then there would be a song or two just like the DJ did, and then, or like the MC or whatever, and then it would keep going back and forth. So Aperture was just during like the DJ part, and then they did Wicked and they did Defying Gravity, and obviously like drag queens lip sync. So it was the original soundtrack version with Idina Menzel and Kristen, I don't know how to pronounce her second name. And I still haven't seen Wicked, the movie, yet. I'm going to see it with my mum, like over the next week or two at some point. But I love the Broadway musical, Wicked. I went to see it on Broadway in New York, the first time I ever saw it, and it was amazing. I've seen it twice on Broadway, and I just love that musical, love that soundtrack, and that version of Defying Gravity. Probably the whole of November, and we're now into mid-December, I've been listening to practically daily. So I know word for word. I have the timings 100%. So this is why my voice sounds like this. Was Defying Gravity, and also Aperture. And then Harry Styles came on, Music for a Sushi Restaurant. Bit of a, not the most common pick, and I liked it. I love that song, but I just like that that's what they chose. And then something else came on as well. What was it? I can't remember what the next one was. Must have been all that memorable, apparently. Oh, ABBA, Dancing Queen. And I love ABBA. So it was Aperture, Wicked, Harry Styles, and ABBA. And now this has happened. So currently sober. I have a headache because at one point I was like, I am so overstimulated right now. It's not even funny. So yeah, anyway, I've had a really good night. It's like 1 a.m. now. One of the girls' husbands picked us up and drove me home. I'm gonna go to bed. Let's do a quick, since the point of this video, let's make my lighting slightly better first of all, shall we? Since this is the Christmassy reading vlog, I'm on chapter 4. I've read like 50 pages. 30 of which were before I went out. I don't know how I feel about this yet, I'm not gonna lie. So, the premise of this, the FMC is a adult film star, and the MMC is a disgraced former boy band member who has had a couple too many scandals of an adult nature. And they're going to be in this film that's meant to be like Hallmark, like really wholesome Christmas film. He knows who she is.
obviously she knows who he is because he's a celebrity. They haven't even started filming it. I'm not even at that point. I just don't know how I feel about it so far. I don't know. I'm like not invested in any way. Not really intrigued in any way. But I'm going to drink a full glass of water because I'm dehydrated. And maybe read a bit of this. And we'll see how we go. Wow, I look rough today. I'm not even a hungover, not like alcohol hungover. I have fatigue hangover. And I feel fine now. But I did decide early on this morning that I was not getting out of my pajamas today. And by my pajamas, I mean a top that you can probably tell here rather see-through, hence why the blanket covering my modesty, and my sweatpants. So I haven't done a thing with my hair. I brushed it a couple hours ago. It really needs a wash, I will not lie to you. And my skin actually doesn't look too bad. I have dark circles, but that's again fatigue. Anyway, so I got to chapter 5 and then I was really wanting a pizza, so I walked down to the shop because it's a week before payday. It's nearly Christmas. A girl cannot afford a Domino's right now, so if I wanted a pizza I had to walk to get one. And I did. I got a pepperoni one from the Co-op that I'm gonna have for my tea. But anyway, when I walked down the shop, I thought, the audiobook's on Spotify. Let me listen to a couple chapters, see what I think. First of all, the voice actor for her, perfectly fine. The voice actor for him, don't like him. Voice is fine. It's how he speaks. He's got sometimes, sometimes he just, the way he ends the sentence, his intonation of the words wrong, in a way that makes him sound a bit emotionless. It was really weird. Anyway, I've decided this book is far too cringe and horny for me, and that is saying something, because a girl loves her shameless smut, okay? But this hasn't really been smutty yet. It's just, I find it so cringy. I don't know how to explain it. It's like immature horny, and the whole premise is that this guy, Terry, is he called? I can't remember what the guy's name is. Basically, the guy who films or directs or whatever her adult movies is obviously getting into wholesome movies, and he doesn't want the two to. He doesn't want to be correlated with both, because that's not a good look. To do the most wholesome Christmas movies and also to do adult films. So anyway, something happened, and the female lead for the movie and a lot of the production crew, like hair, makeup, lighting, whatever, got injured or ill or whatever. And so he's brought in his crew from his adult film industry, but didn't tell any of them. So they're all making little comments, and it's like, okay, you've told your female lead if she does anything, she can't do a thing. Basically, she cannot allude to anything. Did he not tell the staff the same thing? Because one of them, the costume designer, turned up, didn't know what they were filming. So they brought really inappropriate stuff. It's just really stupid and annoying. And I don't like that. It's just cringe. I don't know how to explain it other than that. And it's horny in a bad way. I don't know. Listen, if it was this level of horny and it was a 100-page novella, fine. You need it to be to get the job done, to get the story going. This book is 400 pages. So I'm DNFing. I have a feeling it's going to be a hard DNF. I'll think about it. It might be a soft DNF for next year. Regardless, I'm going to end the video here because I'm slightly sick of Christmas. Don't tell anyone. But I'm dying to read As Good as Dead, the final book in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So I think I'm gonna read that one next. It's literally holding the camera up right now. I'm dying to read that book. So I just don't feel in the mood for anything Christmassy again. There's a couple of the Christmassy books I want to read this month, but this video is going up as I'm filming tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Obviously we read, if I can remember, The Wedding Witch, which I rated a 3.5 stars. That one was cute. It wasn't too Christmassy, so it was a good one where it's like not gonna make you sick at Christmas. I like that one. It was just the perfect amount of Christmassy and just regular romance story. And then The Neighbour Who Stole Christmas, or How the Neighbour Stole Christmas, 3 stars. This has not been the best video, has it? A 3.5 or 3 stars and a DNF. Like, it's not bad, but anyway. Yeah, How the Neighbour Stole Christmas disappointed me because of the family, mostly. Yeah. But it was fun. That book was very Christmassy. If you like The Grinch and smut, it's a great book. I think it's going to be a book for you. If you don't like annoying women, it might not be though. I won't lie. Because Taryn is just non-stop annoying. At least story gets better. And then the most cringe book I've read in quite a while. So, yes. I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed either way. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video, which will be something. Yeah. Bye.